Look, ain't cut like this, can't talk like this, can't walk like this in Miri. My drip legit, I take it, bitch, they know I keep it litty. Big Glock and quick, can never slip, I gotta have it with me. Yeah, I'm forever grippy, real quick this shit get sticky. Ain't cut like this, can't talk like this, can't walk like this in Miri. My drip legit, I take it, bitch, they know I keep it litty.
What's up, y'all? Shoutout Perkins here, the very own Lil Perks. Welcome to episode 4 of Perks of Fitness. Today we got a special guest with us, goes by the name of Corey Jackson, aka C. Please introduce yourself, brother.
How's everybody doing? Like he said, like Perk said, my name is Corey Jackson. Raised in Brentwood, Long Island kid. Had great parents, great family. Just want to tell a little bit about my story, you know. You know what I'm saying, Perk?
Go for it. How was it growing up in Brentwood?
You know, Brentwood is a big town. 2 big high schools, Sondland and Ross. You know, a lot of gangs, a lot of, you know, different nationalities, black, Spanish, white, it's mixture. And, you know, I mean, it was tough. It's a tough community, you know what I mean? And some people scared to go there. To me, it's normal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's bad everywhere you go, but,
yeah, that's true.
you know, it's what you do. It's what you do to make it what you make it, you know.
Did you attend the freshman center, or did you just jump straight into Ross and Solomon?
I attended the freshman center, and that's where all the north side, the east side, the west side, and the south side, all the middle schools came together to the freshman center.
Why did you think they I always wondered why they separated into like 2 different schools? I always wondered that.
What, the high school?
Yeah, from the freshman center, because going to Bayshore and most high schools starts from 9th grade, 10th, 11th, 12th.
Yeah.
Why does the freshman center had its own, right, its own school, and then Ross and Solomon, they split it into 2? Is it because of the overpopulation?
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people go to Brentwood.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of people that also went to Bayshore that lived in Brentwood, but used Bayshore addresses because they want to avoid Brentwood school.
Over there by Pioneer Drive and Manatuck and all that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, understand that.
Yeah.
All right, so tell some more about yourself. Go into detail about your life. What's important to you?
Family is first and foremost. Family. You know, I had 2 great parents. My dad passed away in 2018. He was my hero. You know what I'm saying?
My father passed away too.
Sorry to hear that.
16.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
You know, he was my biggest supporter. He taught me everything I know. You know, I had my mother, she did her thing too, you know, but for the most part, you know, my dad had me here at the hip.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, he played basketball as well. I mean, I wasn't nowhere near where he was, but he taught me, and, you know, I applied the things he taught me, and I applied it in my own way. You know what I mean?
Are you the only child?
No, I have 2 younger sisters and 2 older brothers. You know, so I just, you know, he taught me a lot of things, and I used it, and I was successful with it. You know, I had a great high school career in basketball. You know, won the Class B state championship at Upper Room.
Mm-hmm.
Then won the states. I mean, won our league, and then I won the Class B state championship. Then we lost in the federations, but I was the first one to do it ever in school's history.
Really?
Like the Upper Room, yeah, over there in Dix Hills.
I think I could take you. I ain't going front 1-on-1. I think I can take you.
Absolutely
I
not.
don't got no stats of history like that, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't playing in high school, but
Hey, listen,
yeah,
a lot of people say
I don't know.
Listen, we can try it.
You know what
It
I
ain't,
mean?
you know,
I'm like that. You know, I'm like that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like that one person that everyone in school used to be like, I don't understand why you never played basketball.
Because you're not natural good. You're natural good.
Yeah, natural good. Yeah.
Okay.
They used to be like, yo, I
know a
ain't
lot
never
of
played
those guys.
basketball.
Okay.
That's my favorite sport too.
We'll get the one-on-one whenever you're ready, man.
Yeah.
Bring your kneecap, bring your pads and all that for your knees.
I think you did that. You older than me.
Absolutely not.
You're old one.
I'm good.
32. I'm still 29. 32, right?
32.
32. Yeah, he old.
32.
32.
Yeah,
You
okay.
old like my cameraman. He the same thing.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Alright, so now I want to know, right? Playing basketball, was that like your main focus at the time? Because what you said you did a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of accomplishments. So was basketball like your main focus, or was basketball something that you just enjoyed doing and it turned into something to your benefit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, it was my main thing. My dad pushed it. You know, not to say he pushed it on me, but he really he was like, Corey, listen, man, you have the natural skill. You could be somebody one day in basketball, you know what I mean? And in life. But as long as you do the necessary things like push-ups, running to get the cardio in, you know what I mean? Keeping your core tight, and working on your skill sets, your pick and rolls, working on your shot fakes, working on your defense, working on all different things.
Let me stop you right there. See, this is important. I'm glad you mentioned that, right? So I don't know if y'all noticed, but for this episode, we are not in the gym. We are in my man's own household, and you own this house, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we are in his own household. We are not in the gym. We didn't do nothing around fitness. I didn't mention anything about fitness besides Perks of Fitness, my name. And he said that he was working out, keeping your core. He just mentioned fitness himself. So obviously it just goes to show how important fitness is. So it played a part to him through basketball, right?
Correct.
So why do you think that was so important? Maintaining your health and being fit and to keep your talent.
Well, he was just trying to show me, in life, he used basketball as a tool for me to become a man, to be able to be successful in life. You know what I mean? There's discipline, When you're in college or high school, you got something called practice. You know what I mean? You got to be at practice on time at a certain time. So it's discipline.
So it's deeper than basketball.
It's deeper than basketball. It was deeper than basketball for me. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to studies. To study. You got to have good grades to play on the basketball teams. So it was more just being coachable.
I'm glad you mentioned that too, because since I didn't play sports in high school, I mean I did in 8th grade. I played baseball, did my thing. Probably never heard of it, but I always wonder, right? When I think about these, you think about like college basketball, you think about all these people that go to school and play basketball at the same time, but yet have to maintain a certain grade level to continue to play, right?
Yes.
So I always wondered, that has to be difficult, right? Because you have two huge focuses.
Yeah.
Basketball, which is what you enjoy playing, it's your love, and then you have school. Obviously, you might be more leaning towards basketball because it's obviously funner. Like no one really looks at school like it's fun, but you still have to maintain that. So that focus is very important too. So I always wondered, and I always gave credit to like people that went to school and played sports and maintained this, because I know that got to be so difficult. I didn't do well in school, personally, for me. It just wasn't like a thing that I enjoyed. I wasn't terrible. I graduated, having my degree, whatever. But I even attended college. But I just want to know, how did you manage to maintain good grades and at the same time focus on basketball? Because I feel like that's two separate lives. That's just personally how I feel. So I always wondered that.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part about that then?
Are we talking about in high school or in college? Because
high school. Well, let's go college, right?
Yeah.
Let's say college.
Yeah.
Because I feel like college may be a little deeper.
Yeah.
Right. So let's talk about college. What college did you attend?
I went to a 2-year school in Manhattan called Fashion Institute of Technology.
Okay.
I was a junior college All-American. That was in the year of 2008 and 2009.
What was you going for?
Advertising and marketing was my degree there. School wasn't really my thing as well, but I had to get a certain grade point, just being honest with you, to be able to play sports. And, I did 2 years there, stayed on campus. It was a great feeling. And after that, I got a scholarship, basketball scholarship, to a school called Long Beach State.
Okay.
It's in California, Long Beach, California. And, it was perfect weather there all year round. It was beautiful, good experience. I was away from family and friends, but, I was there to better myself and my opportunity in basketball. Graduated, got my associate's and my bachelor's degree. So,
Congratulations.
Thanks. I don't really do much with those degrees. You know what I mean?
But it's there.
It's there.
It's there.
It's in the books.
A lot of people don't even get that.
Yeah, a lot of people can't talk about it.
Yeah,
You know
can't
what I
talk
mean?
about
This is legendary stuff.
Yeah, I want to.
So, but it's not for everybody.
I know that. I know, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
definitely,
I'm definitely okay with that. But
definitely.
it goes to show you, that's an accomplishment.
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
So I want to just touch up a little bit more on your father, right? Because this is a big thing. My father passed away as well. So I kind of, to a certain degree, know how it feels. But I would like to know, I want you to go in detail more about your father. Why specifically him that gave you that drive, you know what I'm saying, to just do things, anything in life? Like, explain to them how important your father was to you, and like go into detail, because that's a very big thing.
my father was my hero. He was. I'm not gonna say he was God to me, but it was nothing. No one could tell me nothing else about him that I didn't believe.
Okay.
Because he believed in me so much, and he showed me. You know, he took the time to show me different things from basketball to when he was doing real estate. You know, he would take me to lawyers' offices and show me different houses that he would buy in Long Island.
Hands-on.
Yeah, he was hands-on.
At a young age?
Since at a birth. He was on hands-on with me, and as I got older, he was even more hands-on with me. You know, he never gave me nothing. Like, he didn't give me, I earned everything. He always challenged me, you know what I mean? Like,
and that's very important.
Very important, you know what I mean? Because I appreciate the things that I do own, like houses now. I appreciate it because he challenged me to get it. He didn't just give it to me. He didn't have it on a silver plate for me, you know what I mean? So, you know, like one time, I'll give you a quick story, you know, he was like, Corey, you can't score 40 points in a game. And that was on like a Tuesday, he told me this. And I said, really? You think that? And he was like, yeah. He's like, if you do score 40, I'll buy you a watch, a nice diamond watch. I had a game Thursday, I had 45. I think it was against Hewlett.
Okay.
And this is in 07.
45.
45 points. Light.
For that watch, I probably would have dropped 60. I would have had like another 50.
Yeah, I had 45, you know, and I played half the game. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
So, you know what I mean? Like, imagine if I played the whole
half a
game.
Alright,
So, you know, but yeah, you know, you know, he challenged me a lot, and that's what made me give me that much more drive, you know what I mean? And I started seeing results happening for me, you know. Everything he was telling me was coming true.
Okay.
So it made me, it came to life.
Into existence.
Yeah, everything he said came to existence. You know what I mean? From basketball to owning homes to seeing him do real estate to, you know, just, he was an all-rounded guy, you know. He wasn't just, he played ball up until he was 56.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He played ball and, you know, he cooked. He was a landscaper, he was a mechanic, he was a plumber, he was a painter. I mean, there was nothing, you know, he couldn't do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And, you know, that really gave me that much drive, man. And to this day, you know, I got pictures around him in my house.
Okay.
And I look at him and I just reminisce certain quotes he would tell me and certain messages he would give me. You know, and back then I used to be like, oh, what is my dad talking about?
Yeah.
But now I know, because he knew, I see the bigger picture because he knew one day he's not going to be here. You know what I mean? He knew I was going to become my own man. And, you know, he wanted to prepare me for that before I became my own man.
Okay.
And that's what he did. And I appreciate him for that, you know what I'm saying? Because life is short, as you know, man. You know what I mean? We fighting all these different problems here, going to war and COVIDs and, you know what I mean? I had COVID, you know what I mean? I thought I was out of it, you know what I mean? But, you know, God was with me, stuck me through, you know what I mean? So.
And you have a son, correct?
Yeah, I have a 2-year-old son named Carter, and I named his middle name. I named his middle name after my father,
so
Roosevelt.
I'm gonna stop you right there, right? It's funny how things work, just saying, right? So, I have a son as well. I have a son and a daughter.
Okay.
My son is 4 years old. My son's middle name is my father's middle name as well. So, my father passed away when the mother of my kids was pregnant with my son.
Okay.
So, you know, she had brought the idea of, you know, including my father's name and my son's name. Even though we already had his name picked out, but we was like, let's add it to the middle name. And sure enough, that's what we went and we did.
Yeah.
My father's middle name was Ray, so we put that into my son's middle name and made it Ray. But my son's also half Puerto Rican and African American and Irish, so we just alternated the Ray. We made it R-E-Y, which in Spanish means king.
Gotcha.
My father was R-A-Y.
Gotcha.
So I think that's a beautiful thing because that's what we decided to do for our son. And not only that, not knowing your story, right?
Yeah.
Learning it here for the first time, it's a very similar thing that you just did.
Definitely. So
I think that's very important. And not only that, I believe that there's also a reason why you had this son. When the mother of my kids was pregnant with my son, this was my first child, so originally I wanted a girl. Yeah. So I was very upset that it was a boy. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, and that's awkward because a lot of fathers want boys. Correct. I wanted a girl, so I was very upset. And the mother of my mother's, let's say it right, my kid's mother's mother, right, had came to me to consult me, and she told me that there's a reason why I was having a boy. For whatever reason. Even though I wanted a girl, there was a reason why God gave me a boy. And sure enough, right after that, my father passed away, and she had explained to me that now that my son has my last name, which is my father's last name, he's gonna be able to carry that on when he meets someone on later on in life. Rather than having a girl, when when my daughter, shout out to Jalen, when she gets older and finds someone, she will now carry on that person's last name. So my son is keeping my father's last name going, if that makes sense. And it's the same for you. That's what I feel like.
I feel like, my son came after my father. Okay. I feel like my dad sent my son towards me, man, to just keep the tradition going, man, and to show
everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. I really feel that way, man. Shout out to my son again, Carter Roosevelt Jackson.
I believe that strongly, and that's why I'm glad that it's funny because how that works. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, life works in mysterious ways. You know what I mean? You never know. Just as long as you be a good person, you be fair. My dad always told me, be fair with everybody, man. You know what I mean? Be fair, do the right thing, and life will take you places you might not be able to imagine. My little sisters are very important. Anaya, she's 21. She's in Alaska right now. I'm very proud of her. The woman she's becoming in Alaska. I know you like Alaska. Yeah. Yeah, she's in Air Force. She's in the Air Force.
Big shout out to her.
Yeah, big shout out to her. And my other sister, Khadija, she is just recently she became a lieutenant in Virginia. A lieutenant. Like, she's the first black girl to become a lieutenant. She was a sergeant, and within 6 to 8 months she became a lieutenant.
I actually just seen you just recently posted that. That was in the news?
Yes. In the news of Virginia, yes.
Yes, okay, yeah. Yes. I just saw you recently posted on Instagram.
Yes, those are my hearts, man. I really love them. I'm proud of them, man. Keep, shout out to my two sisters. Keep working hard. 2 black women pushing to be great. You know what I mean? That's what you guys are. So,
that's love. Your last name Jackson, right?
Yeah. Want to know?
Yeah, I should have been a Jackson. I got something more going for myself. I got something going on and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, Corey, so from what I know, you have recently owned a barbershop.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Well, it's kind of funny because I'm not a barber, you know what I mean? And what happened was, my father, like I said, he died 2018. And in 2018, I said to myself, what could I do in memory of my father? Because I also had lost one of my brothers. He got killed in Baltimore in 2017. And I was like, you know what? Let me start a barbershop, man. Maybe, So I'm driving around, I had a lot of few people that was in my corner that really supported me. I found a location in Brentwood on Islip Avenue where I grew up, and I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna put a barbershop here. You know what I mean? So I tried to find different barbers that I knew. Some came and they came and gone. You know what I mean? And
Did you have these barbers in mind prior to it? Prior to owning a barbershop, did you have barbers that you knew? Or when you got the barbershop, you was like, let me search for these barbers? Did you already have them no barbers prior to owning the shop?
Yes, I knew them prior to owning the shop. Yes, okay. I did know them prior. I had some good people. When this all was happening, I was trying to, my funds was low, and I had a few good people that helped me out along the way. I'm not gonna speak their names, but they know who they are, and they really believed in me with this barbershop, even though I wasn't even a barber. They believed in me, and I counted on them, and they came through. And I got these barbers that I talked to, and some came and some didn't come. You know what I mean? And it was difficult, but I kept pushing, I kept believing, I kept having faith.
Okay.
And here we are 4 years ago. I just recently shut it down, you know what I mean? Because at this point in my life, I think it's time for me to grow more.
Okay.
And I seen that not really growing for me because I didn't really have, the right team of players to support me with that, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but I carried it for 4 years, and it wasn't a failure in my life. It was a lesson that I learned. I learned a lot how to deal with different type of people. I learned money management. It was fun though, you know what I mean? Just the whole atmosphere of a barbershop,
How did it feel to own something of yours? You know what I mean? Like walking into that barbershop, like that's yours, right? So now you say you got these people that are over here cutting hair working for you. You know what I mean? Like, and not only that, but like, you know, you rely on these people, right?
Yes.
You're relying on them. They're the main part of your barbershop. Without them, you don't have a barbershop.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Now, also without you, they may not have that opportunity.
Yeah.
Right? So you feed off each other, but how does that feel to walk into something like that knowing that it's yours? Like, this is you.
You know, it was more like my mindset, the way I think, it's like, you know, this is us. It wasn't about me.
And that's a very good point. I like how you said that.
It was about
that's
us, you know, my different barbers I had, the people, the kids, you know, unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of good barbers, you know. I had some good barbers, you know what I'm saying? And the ones that were good, and, you know, that's what made me stay there that long, you know what I mean?
Okay. What was the name of your barbershop again?
It was called RJ and Global Cuts.
RJ and Global Cuts.
Yes.
And is that
RJ,
any specific reason why you named it that?
RJ stands for my father, Roosevelt Jackson.
Okay.
And Global was my brother's nickname. My brother that got passed away, I told you, in 2017. His nickname was Global, so that was RJ and
that's
Global.
Love.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's love.
I just try to keep their name alive,
Yeah,
keep
that's
them,
love.
you know, and keep it as a family barbershop. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we're gonna take that energy and put it towards our next business adventure, which I've been doing for a while, but it's really growing. It's real estate now.
Real estate. So you're also into real estate.
Absolutely.
This is amazing. You got a lot of things going for you.
Yeah.
This is very important.
Yeah, I'm a real estate investor. You know, so I like to find homes that are distressed, foreclosures, short sales. You know, I don't fall in love with the house. I fall in love with the numbers. You know what I mean? And I advise any young person, woman or guy, you know, if you young, start young. You know, build your credit. Invest in real estate. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the profit margin is high, and you know, it's, you know, you got to be disciplined with yourself. But, you know, it's anything you do to be successful is work. You know what I mean?
So I'm assuming that real estate, like you said, mentioned, came from your father. The idea came from your father.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, he would work. I mean, he wouldn't come home for weeks, man, because he's trying to close on a house. It could be the middle of the winter. You know, he's painting. Like I said, he tiled. He did walls. He did floors. He did it all. I mean, you know, he had 30, 60 days to close on the house. He worked on it and did what he had to do to get that job done.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, I watched it, you know, at a young age, and, you know, I'm applying it to my everyday life now.
That's amazing. I like that. I like to hear that because I think this is very important. Not only that, you know, I'm gonna put this out there, right, for a lot of people that are listening. I'm a very confident person, right? So I'm very confident in how I carry myself, confident in how I look, and what I'm doing in life. You know what I'm saying? Even when I feel like I'm not doing much, still confident. That's just how I am personally. But I also am so confident in myself that I can see what other people do, and I just know, like, damn, like, I'm not gonna say I can't do that, because I know if I really tried I could, but I look at people and I'm not doing that, right? So when you mentioned real estate, I look at it like, wow, that's something that I'm not doing, you know what I'm saying? Or when you mention, you know, you playing basketball, going to college, that's something that I didn't do, right? So to hear from other people, and not just you, there's other people out there too, that speak to, right? It's always good to hear that, you know what I mean? Because it's ideas to be like, okay, you're not doing that. So you might have a thought of maybe that's something that I should try doing. Right? And now it's opened up opportunities for other people.
Absolutely.
So anyone that is watching this, right, that never thought about real estate, or don't even know what real estate is, just hearing him talk about it might make you think like, oh, let me look into that. And then boom, he just opened up opportunity for you. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that a lot of people may not look at it that way, and they may not show that credit. So I'm going to give you that credit.
Appreciate
because you just opened up a lot of opportunities for whoever's watching this. Every view that we get, someone could use that as an opportunity, and that's love. Because I think I do the same thing. You know what I mean? I'm very stubborn. So there's certain things I know I won't do because I just, even if you could talk it a million times into my head, I tell myself, I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to. It's that simple, and I'm okay with that. But certain things I do take into consideration. So I think that's a very good thing that you do all these things, and I'm hoping that everyone that is watching can use this as an opportunity. That's great. So real estate. Anything else you want to touch up on with that, or
with the real estate?
Yeah, with real estate. Anything that
I mean, you know, like I said before, you know, I love real estate. You know what I mean? I love what I do.
Real estate. Did real estate get you this home?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
See, look at that. Another thing to think about. So you own your own home. Where you live, this is you right here.
Yes.
This is you. It's a beautiful home, by the way.
Thank you. The
How
house
many
is-
bedrooms you own? Yes.
It's 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. You know, big dining room, big living room. Got a
Yeah,
basement.
beautiful backyard too.
Yeah,
as well.
thank you. Yeah. You know, this year we got an in-ground swimming pool going.
Yes,
in.
I seen that going.
Yeah.
I'll be over here a few times.
Yeah.
I go for.
You know, I never.
If you don't mind.
Huh?
I said if you don't mind, I'll be over here a few times in the summertime.
Yeah,
I like to
absolutely.
swim.
Can you swim?
I can stay afloat.
Okay.
I ain't Michael Phelps out there, but I can stay. I can stay afloat. I ain't gonna fry. I can definitely stay afloat. But I do love to swim. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this, you know.
Summertime. You know what I'm saying? Especially when my perks of fitness, I'm looking good. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
Shirt coming off. It's summertime. You know what I mean? So.
But
I look
yeah.
forward to that.
You know, this house right here was, you know, my first house, 2,500 square feet. You know, my next house, I'm trying to build it from the ground up. I wanted like 15,000, 20,000
Next
square
house.
feet.
He
So,
said
you
his
know,
next house.
you know.
Some people still working on their first. He said
Yeah.
his next house.
Yeah, my next
You
one.
already
So,
thinking about
you
your
know,
next one?
You know, right now I got a
So-
couple rental properties, you know, which is another thing I advise people, you know what I mean? To get that passive income.
Okay.
When you don't have to be there and the money's working for you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You know, I could be sleeping. I know I'm, you know.
That's very important. That's actually one of my goals right now.
Okay,
to
well,
be
you
successful.
could achieve it.
Yeah, that's one of my
Go
goals
for
right
it.
now. I'm
Go
working
for
towards that right now.
You can do it, bro.
That was something I thought about for a long time, and I had a lot of people speak that to me. You know what I mean? It's not the first time I heard it, but I've been about it a lot more lately.
Okay.
How can I make money by not doing anything?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
passive income.
Yes, passive
Definitely,
income.
definitely. So, you know, that's where we at with that, you know what I mean? You know, one thing I noticed on my way up in my journey, you know, I had a lot of people like try to leech on to see what they could get from me and things like that, you know what I mean? I'm a nice person, I'm a nice guy, I'm fair, you know, so a lot of people adapted close to me, and as time goes on, time tells, you know what I mean? A lot of people wasn't for me, you know what I mean? A lot of people was there for me for the season, you know what I mean? But right now I have a small circle of close friends, you know what I mean, that I deal with, you know what I mean? And you know, we win, you know what I mean? We winning and we're gonna continue winning, you know what I mean? Keep God first, having faith,
That's very
you know what I mean? And that's pretty much my life, man. I'm thankful that I had 2 great parents, like I said, who started me and showed me the way, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't have both their parents in this life, you know what I mean? And I did, so, you know, I take that with a grain of salt, and, you know, I'm thankful for that, you know what I mean? And I got, you know, I got family. But you know, it's funny. I got some friends. I got a couple friends. You know what I mean? Like my boy Koppel, Tills, Perk. I got a friend named Perk too. And he,
I thought I was the only one.
Nah, man. I got this friend named Perk, man. He's 50. He's about 56, 57.
Oh, so he was running that name back in the day.
Yeah, he's still running it.
Yeah.
He's in the gym every day. He thinks he's 22.
Oh, man, I got
you know.
I got me homie. I ain't gonna front.
Yo, I gotta introduce you to this
Yeah,
guy.
I got me homie.
You know
But
what I
it's
mean?
okay because I'm low Perk.
Yeah.
So
Oh, my boy.
That's Perk?
No.
That's Perk?
Let's call Perk. You wanna call him real quick?
Go Perk. Okay,
FaceTime Perk.
I ain't gonna front. Listen. I'm the youngest of 5, right? So you know, me and all my brothers, we go by Perks, whatever. So shout out to all my brothers. But other than that, I never came across somebody that go by the name of Perks.
Yeah, this guy right here is different. He's different. Wait till you meet him. He got a son that plays football. You know, he's in arena football right now. His son, he's young, but he's good. He's quarterback. Got a crazy arm. You know, but he's a guy I talk to every day. You know, I got a friend named Big Fella. I talk to him every day. I got another friend named Capo. He's about 6'9". He's my, you know, we just real close. You know, these are my brothers. You know what I mean? I got, you know, this guy named Tills. He's an older dude. You know, and you know, I'm close with these guys, and you know, it's crazy how strangers could be closer to you.
Yeah, how many phones you got, nigga?
2. Yeah, I think
That's
that's
two. Got phone ringing over there.
Yeah.
Phone ringing here. Phone ringing on this angle.
Yeah, this is my boy Big Fella.
Telephones.
Yo, Big Fella, what's up, man? Right now, we you know, I'm talking to my man Perk. You know what I'm saying?
What's good, big fella? What's good? Chilling. How you? How you doing? Good. We on the podcast right here for your man's Corey right here. We got some big moves coming right here.
Yeah. I was telling you know what I mean. I just shouted you and Capo, and you know the guy, my circle, my inner circle, and so let me get back to this though. You know what I'm saying? Let me get back to this.
All right. What happens when you got a lot of things going on?
I'm just letting them know how real you are. You know what I'm saying?
Big person, a lot of people rely on you.
We recorded, so everything's love. All right, ain't you back? Yeah. So I got 2 phones. You know what I mean? One. I'm a busy guy,
business,
so
business,
you know what I mean.
Business,
Personal business, and it's gonna get better. Every level of life is gonna require a different me.
So, isn't it a good feeling? Like personally, for me, now that I'm doing my personal fitness and stuff, like you know what I'm saying. Like it's a good feeling knowing that people rely on you. You know what I mean? Like knowing that I have clients and people reach out to me, people that I never even met before, all throughout the world that hit me in the DMs or whatever, like asking questions or just looking for some type of help. To know that you can help those people in any type of way, especially people that don't know you. You know what I mean? Like they're going off what they see.
A stranger.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's very important too, because I feel like everyone should have some type of purpose. I believe everyone should have a purpose, but also I think everyone should have something of their own that I think it's just very important. I'm learning that more now.
Yeah.
That everyone should have something of their own.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I think that's very important.
Absolutely.
What doesn't matter what it is, and it could be something that you would have never even thought of, something that you're not even interested in. To have something of your own. That's very important. Something that your name upholds. That's very important.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So real estate.
Oh yeah.
Crib.
To touch on the real estate thing again.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Shout out to my friend, my lawyer John.
Mm-hmm.
He's an attorney. He's my friend. He's my partner. He's we work together. We a unit, and there's things that there's things that I'm stronger than him in, and there's things he's stronger than me in, and we just put it together, and that just makes us that much stronger.
Yeah, that's love.
And we went to high school together, and we reconnected. You know what I'm saying? It's been up ever since.
Okay.
It's been up, man, and it's gonna continue going up, man. And we just help each other, and one hand washes the other, and that's just how life is. You know what I mean? And
any right? If you could give one message to everybody that's watching right now, right? What would be your message? One message to everyone that's watching.
A message I got for everybody that's watching: whatever you want to do in life, be all you could be. Give up 100%. Just because your situation may be terrible right now, that's just a temporary situation right now. You know what I mean? It's not your permanent situation. Things change, miracles happen. Keep believing in God, keep faith, and have hope, and just keep pushing.
Yeah, I'm with that 100%. Drop your Instagram for me.
Millionaire_son, Corey Jackson from Brentwood. Thank you guys.
Love. Thank you for being on this. I really appreciate you.
Word.
And it's good to hear everything that you got going on. And
Word.
Nothing but more blessings, bro.
Word. Appreciate you.
More blessings, always.
Appreciate you. Off the record, there's a special person in my life I just want to give a shout out to. You know who you are. You were special to me, man. You know what I mean? You was there for me when I had nobody. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? You believed in me. You walked the walk with me, man. And all I think I can say is you was the game changer. You know what I'm saying? It's up. Yo, what's good?
What's up?
The door's open, homie.
Who that?
It's my man Capo.
You know Jim Jones too, nigga?
Huh? Nah, not that Capo. This is the real Capo. This is Glenn Cole. This is their Capo. Fake Capo.
I ain't say that.
It's my man's perk
Nice to
right
meet
there.
you. Yeah, nice to meet you. So this how long this been your man's for?
I knew this guy since about 07, 12th grade year.
Since 07?
Yeah. He was coming through with the $1,000 glasses and shit to the games and shit.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
This really your man's though?
It's a fact.
Really your man's?
Fact. Knew that boy for a long time.
Yeah? Talk about it. What's going on? He got all this shit going for him. Has he ever made you a part of any of this?
Of course.
Yeah? Like what?
If he eat, I eat. He had a little big situations for me. I was hurting at times. He came through.
Oh, what?
It's a fact.
You have a cup for him?
Yeah.
You a barber for him?
Nah. I thought about it.
He didn't make you a barber?
Nah, he tried.
Why'd you make him a barber?
Nah,
Your shop might still be open right now if you made him a barber.
Nah, everybody, he do his own thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do his own thing.
My question for you is, right? Why are you so close to him? Like, what is it about him that keeps him in your circle?
Since I've been knowing him, he always been about money. you know, elevate in life. So, you know, when you around niggas that's making money, you know,
It motivates you to do the
it's
same.
a fact. It's a fact.
Motivates you to do the same.
Word.
That's good. Where you from?
I'm originally from Hempstead.
Hempstead?
Yeah, but I live in Glen Cove now.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 42.
Oh, okay, 42. And how old are you? 32?
I'm 32.
10
yeah.
year difference, right?
Yeah,
10 year difference.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
10
This
year
guy
difference.
was, listen, he used to call me. I used to be.
You
in
want a
Brentwood.
drink? You want a drink, bro?
Yeah, please.
You want a drink?
Why not?
Yo, I used to be, right, Perk? I was in Brentwood. He'll call me. I'm like, yo, this guy's the funniest guy in America. Like, this guy, he got a certain laugh about him. You know what I'm saying, Perk? He got a certain laugh. That shit be. I'm like, yo, this nigga's a funny guy.
So he just naturally make you laugh.
Naturally make a nigga that. Like, he's not even trying to be funny.
You gotta keep those people around though.
Word.
That's
And
what
he's
keeps
good.
you
And he's good-hearted. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's
you
what
know
keeps you
what I mean?
positive. So, Rock, that's good for you? How old are
Yeah,
you?
that's good.
I know you tall as hell, so you.
This nigga about 6'10".
Shit.
He's gonna
6'10"?
pour
You
that
play,
in.
you play ball too?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
That's a
Was you
fact.
better than Corey?
You know, I wouldn't say that, but you know, he just took it, you know, to another level. You know,
You played with him in school?
not
You
in
guys went to
school.
together, no?
Not in school.
10 years
Couple
Oh, yeah,
leagues.
that's true. Oh, that's the liquor talk.
We played.
Couple leagues. We played it together.
Won some championships.
Oh, okay. So you played in leagues
Yeah,
together.
yeah. Men's adults
Oh, okay.
leagues and shit like that. Won a couple championships and things like
Oh,
that.
so you won championships together?
Absolutely.
Word.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's dope.
I mean,
Who was the Kobe of the team though?
I
Who was-
don't
who
know.
was the-
I mean, you
You
know,
know what I'm saying?
everybody played their role. You know what I mean? He was a blocker. He draws a lot of the defense to him and leaves it open for other people. And if he had to score, he'd score. So everybody had their own position. Everybody had their own time. Everybody played their own role, and that's
Okay.
how that thing go. You know what I mean?
So we're gonna jump off you for a little bit. Cabo, right? What do you got going for yourself? Anything you want to talk about? Anything that you feel that's important for my viewers to take in?
You know, I'm doing this little music thing right now. You
Okay.
know, and you know, I got an artist. You know, Sauce Lambo.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to
You know,
them.
I just came out with a single recently, Off Top, which is fire.
Off top, how would they tap into that?
Fire,
YouTube.
bro. Yeah,
YouTube?
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. Put Sauce Lambo. Off Top. But yeah, I'm doing the music thing right now. You know, I've been doing a lot of negativity in my life. You know,
Okay.
and I just use the music for the way out.
Okay, and that's not just you. That's a lot of people out
Yeah.
there. That's a lot of people that are doing that. So, my question for you is, why do you think that music? Why did you find music to be your way of getting that out, and no other route? How come music is just that go-to for you?
You know, since I got older, you know, like I said, I'm 42 now. You know, I don't play ball, so
Okay.
I wanted to do music myself, but I knew I couldn't rap and nothing like that. But I had a young boy, you know what I'm saying, that was nice in the hood. You know, he for the most part, he was always in Glen Cove. You know, I believed in him. You know, and I like I like the shit that he was spitting. You know, I said, you know what? Matter of fact, be honest with you, I had a group at first. Bunch of young niggas, you know what I'm saying, that was alright, nice and shit. And then, you know, the politics came about, you know, so I just chose one out of the bunch, you know, and I really believe in this guy.
Okay.
So a lot of my money, you know, today goes towards the music,
Okay.
you know. But I really feel that, you know, my young boy gonna get there, you know. And we just got a distribution deal for Rock Nation 2 weeks ago. So shout out to Rock Nation.
That's love
you
right
know.
there.
Shout out to Blue
So-
Diamond putting that together.
So people
Shout
are
out to Rel, Billy.
People are out here making moves. That's the goal. We all gotta do something for ourselves. This is why we're here to talk about this, right? So now that you're doing that, right, what's your biggest goal when it comes to that? Like what's one thing that you really want to target on going forward, like that you want to get accomplished?
As far as music,
Yeah, as far as music, yeah. If you could think about like what's one thing you want to
I just want
have accomplished.
I just want to give my young boy a deal, man.
That's all it is, right
I
there.
just
Now,
wanna
when
give
you
him-
do that, do you find someone else to do that for? Like, do you go expanding
in due time,
in due time?
in due time, because you know, due to the politics, you know, a lot of people from the town, from the hood, you know, don't fuck with my young boy.
Okay.
You know, I don't really want to get into that. But
Okay,
it
yeah,
is
yeah,
what it is.
mhm.
But due to the politics, you know, he better than a lot of them niggas. But you know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I go back and you know try to bring it back together. You know, because you know some niggas is young. You know,
Yeah.
and think one way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, But we ain't.
Listen, not for nothing, but you know what I'm saying, when you get homeboy that deal, you know what I'm saying, I got some raps of my own I can spit for you, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, definitely put that together.
Something too, Rock Nation, you know what I mean? Like,
We definitely could put that
I can
on.
definitely.
Oh, you do the music thing?
Huh?
You do the music
Yeah,
thing?
man, that's some bars, man. That's some
Okay,
nice
but
shit.
our biggest thing on this side, you know,
Shit, man.
long you ain't rap nothing, right? Because if you ain't rap, then we good. I'm not, no disrespect, no disrespect. No disrespect, but when I come to this music shit,
Yeah.
I don't, you know that down like no disrespect to you, but
Yeah, no,
you know, when you come down the line, you doing music like, and then you get a phone call, yo, you doing some shit with the rap nigga? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Out here, boy. I
Alright,
don't do
so we
that.
definitely do
I
that.
don't do that.
That's
Nah,
my big
it's
thing.
all right.
We down to work with
I-
we down to work with anybody, as long as you ain't rap, man.
Yeah, nah, I don't rap.
Right, we don't rap. Make sure you come home with the
But
right
my
way.
son right here though, my cameraman right here. Shout out to A3.
Shout out to A3.
Alfonso Wilkins, the third. Not the first, not the second, the third. He does music himself. So you gotta check out his shit too on YouTube.
Okay.
What's your YouTube channel?
Let's look up Alfonso Wilkins, man. I go by A3. Holla at your boy,
he
man.
got some bars. He the backpack rapper. You know what I
Okay.
mean? The Kanye West.
Don't
the
categorize me, brother.
Okay, he in his own lane, but
Alright.
you know what I'm saying. He do the music thing too. So
Now, put it this way, man. We willing to work with anybody, as long as you ain't rap, man.
yeah, we good.
Alright. Make
So
sure you come
that's
home
love.
with-
That's love. So Capo, right?
Yeah,
First.
you already know.
Pleasure to have you. I appreciate it.
See what it is.
That's love right there. Continue doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
And like that's another example, you know what I'm saying, just like Corey, he got something going for him as well, along with me. So the goal is to just get something for yourself, something of your own, which you could talk about and you can motivate other people to do the same thing. All right, because this is all motivation right here. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much we're doing, how big, how little, how advanced we are, or even people that are just taking off, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they're doing something. And there's a lot of people that ain't doing nothing. So let's start to do something for ourselves and put our names out there. That's what we're here for. We serve a purpose. All right. So that's like the main message for this episode. All right. Anything else you wanna
Thank you.
shed light on?
Thank you and be
Anything you
great.
wanna shed light on?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I bet. That's good. That's love.
Appreciate y'all,
Yeah,
man.
of course.
Perk and
That's
Fonz.
love, yeah.
Love is love.
That's love.